Hello and welcome back. Day 25 of why I am choosing to not participate in recession. As I give, it is given unto me. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I honor the Lord with my substance and the first fruits of my increase. So my barns are filled with plenty, and my purses burst forth with new wine. I am like a tree planted by the rivers of water. I bring forth fruit in my season, and my leaf shall not wither, even when the world's economy is in recession. Proverbs 22:9. He who has a generous eye will be blessed. Proverbs 28:27. He who gives to the poor will not lack. Proverbs 19:17. He who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay what he has given. And the God I know pays the best interest of anyone. I have given, I am giving, and I will continue to give more and more, because it shall be given back to me, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. With the same measure that I have been generous, it will be measured back to me. That's Luke 6:38. Every time I hear this verse, it reminds me of raking leaves as a boy. Man, there were so many leaves, and they had to be raked and put into trash bags. But if you just put leaves in a bag, they're going to fill the bag in no time, and you will have 20 bags at the curb. And seeing that we were being charged per bag, how many bags, was unacceptable. I would put leaves into the bag, and then I would have to press them down. I would jump on them. I would do a wrestling body slam on them. Then I would pick up the bag and shake it all together, and then I would keep adding leaves. I would do that several times in the process, so that it ended up being so full of leaves that it would overflow, and the bag would be so heavy that it would stretch and sometimes break. That is how I see it when I read Luke 6:38. I see my money bags being pressed down and body slammed, shaken together, and so full and overflowing. Give a little, get a little. Give big, get big. I don't know about you, but the economic shift has caused me to have a little more time on my hands than I normally do. And since money has been tight and my time is in surplus, I've been giving of my time and talents in the service of others. Generosity changes my focus from being focused all on me and mine to caring for the needs of others. It causes me to be thankful for what I do have. I give the comfort that I myself have received. I give that to others as well. I will confess, my wife is better at this than I am. She is always in the giving mood, and sometimes I just have to let God move through her and not get in the way. Sometimes I look at the bank account and think, we don't have anything to give. But in 2 Corinthians 9:10, it says, God provides seed to the sower. Maybe what I sow is not money. Maybe it's my time, my talents, my giftings, my labor, my smile, my knowledge. Think outside of the bank account, because God says if you have a heart to sow, He will provide the seed. I am faithful in the house of God, in attendance, in serving, and in giving of my time and talent. Therefore, I will abound with blessings. I get that from Proverbs 28:20 that says, a faithful man or woman will abound with blessings. In Psalms 92:13 and 14 that says, those who are planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall bear fruit in old age. They shall be fresh and flourishing. Did you hear that? Living on a fixed income does not prohibit you from being fresh and flourishing and generous. If you have a heart to give, God will provide the seed. Now, my mom spends much of her time writing encouraging letters to other people she knows, and believe me, you want her to have your address. Yes, even encouragement is a seed you can sow. Psalms 37:19 says, in the days of famine, they will be satisfied. Thankfully, here in America, famine in the sense that the psalmist is writing is not a factor most of us are concerned about. But economic hard times can come to one or all of us. That is comparable to a famine that we might experience, and it does not limit the faithfulness of God. Genesis says that while the earth remains, sowing and reaping, seed time and harvest will not cease. So no matter what economic conditions we are in, we can be sowing seeds of generosity and have promises from God that we will reap a harvest larger than what was sown. I am choosing to opt out of recession because the generous soul will prosper. Today's declaration: I have and demonstrate the generous nature of God. My God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask or think, according to God's power working in me today. All limits are off. Wow, 25 ways in 25 days. I can see the finish line. We're coming around the bend. I encourage you to dig deep and see this through to the end. I didn't call it 30 for 30 to stop at 25. I want to give you a superabundance of hope and biblical support for God's intent for you and your household. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.